Hello viewers, here at the High Street Arts Center in Moore Park, California, the Bad News Bears 50th cast reunion. They're going to be showing the movie and a few of the players from the team will be here tonight. So I'll go in and see what happens.
And we're curious to hear from you. So why don't we go around the screen here and have each of you introduce yourself and the role that you played, starting with Jackie.
Hi, Jackie Kelly, number 3.
and Scott, all the way from Amsterdam.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm Reggie, number 1.
And Brett Marks.
Hi, I'm Brett Marks. I play Jimmy Feldman, number 8.
Hey, Chris Barnes.
Hi everybody, Christopher Barnes here. I play Tanner.
Hey!
What numbers are you talking about? Oh, I certainly wasn't number 1.
You were actually number 12. Believe it or not, we have a couple of people here wearing replica jerseys of yours with the good old number 12 on it. So the point of this was to actually take questions from you. Do we have a microphone floating around the audience?
If we could for just a second.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't seen Jackie in 50 years.
I know.
So
It's
I
been a
want to
while.
know Jackie. I don't know if you can see Jackie. This is Garrett. Good to see you.
Microphone now.
I think it's not working.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to.
Okay. I'll say that again. I haven't seen Jackie actually in 50 years. I've seen the other guys actually 2 weeks ago. And Jackie had to bail out at the end because he's a working actor as opposed to a washed up actor like we are. And so Jackie, this is Gary. I wanted to say hello to you.
Hey, Gary. How you doing, man?
Doing great. Thank you.
We're very proud of Jackie. He was actually nominated for an Academy Award for his role in Little Children. And Scott and Brett and Chris all went behind the camera and stayed in the business also. So, but we did want to take a few questions. John, I know you had a question.
What was it like working with Matthau?
So the question is, what was it like working with Walter Matthau? Anybody want to take that?
I mean, I can start. I mean, Walter was great. If you notice on the scene where Chris had the athletic player say, "Hey, Tanner, does he go to the bathroom for you too?" That was actually Walter's son, Charlie. So Walter had a kid that was our age. So he interacted really, really well with all of us. And in between sets, he would go to our mothers, who were all sitting out under trees as our guardians on the set there, and he and sometimes Jack Lemmon would do old vaudeville routines for them and keep them entertained. So he was just a really down-to-earth guy. I think you as well. I mean, I stayed in touch with Walter until he passed away. He never missed a Christmas, sent us a gift at our wedding. Just a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah, I remember Walter had open heart surgery not long after the movie, and I sent him a get well card. He sent me back a card saying, "Thank you from the bottom of my new heart." And one thing I'll point out too is that a big reason for the success of the movie was the chemistry was real. We liked working with Walter. Not all actors work well with child actors, but we really felt a kinship with Walter, and he was a lot of fun to work with, and he's pretty funny too at that. So that, and we in the second movie we did with Bill Devane, there was still some of that. Bill was pretty good with us, but we pretty much lost it by the third movie, and that's the reason there wasn't a fourth movie, which we were actually contracted to make. And guys on the screen, any memories of Walter you'd like to share?
I just remember Walter being like super cool, and I was really surprised at how well, having, David and I and Alfred, I think, were a little bit older than the rest of y'all. And, we were still kind of unruly kids, but it was kind of, do you guys remember the name of the coach? The guy that kind of warmed us up in the morning, and he was kind of our babysitter?
Yeah,
Oh, was that Phil Epstein?
Man, I can't remember his name. Okay, I totally can visualize the guy, but this guy was the guy that was really kind of the coach, but he was also our babysitter and wrangler. And again, we were a few years older, and we were still kind of unruly, but not quite as unruly as the 10 and 11-year-olds. And I was always amazed at how comported Walter was with us. I mean, I think generally there was times where we all kind of maintained and stuff, but then sometimes they'd be lighting, and there's 12 of us there, and like somebody would do something stupid, and somebody else, and then pretty soon it was just like this. It's like herding cats, man. And sometimes I remember Michael getting a little bit fidgety over it, to where it was a little, pulling a few hairs out of his head, trying to maintain the kids. But Walter, man, he always just seemed to be floating right on through it. He was a cool dude.
Any other memories of Walter? Scott, Brett, Chris? Bueller?
Chris, you muted?
Well, all I said was for sure. He was a delight, an absolute delight. And actually, I don't know, I want to say in the 90s, Scott and I were working together in Los Angeles, and we rang him up, and he said, "Come to lunch at the club." So we met him at the Beverly Hills Tennis Club, and it was just a hoot. It was like no time had passed. He was just charming, generous with his time and his wit. It was just fantastic. So I didn't even know that Gary, we kept in touch with him forever until he passed. I can't see Gary, so I'm bummed about that. I can't see the audience, but anyway, how did it play tonight, David?
I thought it was great. It's really amazing seeing it with a live audience, just like we did at the Chinese Theater 2 weeks ago.
Some of us did.
Yeah, it's not like watching it on a TV screen.
Did I kill this whole section?
I think you did. Did you hit the kill the internet button?
I don't know. Maybe they all just filed out while I was in.
There's 300 people here yelling your name.
You can't shut
Chris.
They all
Do you ever get tired of ruining everything?
Does anybody remember the day that Jack Lemmon came to visit Walter on the set and they took us out for ice cream?
Well, I guess it's just us guys. So.
Well, that's okay. Hey, you know what, Brett, I didn't know that you lived in Australia.
Yeah.
David?
Yeah.
Question in the
I
back.
lived in Sydney for almost 3 years.
David?
Yeah, hang on.
Just the word, or was it
We have another question from
I just want to tell all of you guys, I had forgotten how good this movie made me feel. Looking at those, your faces, your youthful faces, it just made me feel that good tonight. It really, I want to tell you thank you.
Thank you. I'll pay you later.
Yeah. That'd be
The
okay.
evening was Smithsonian. The evening Smithsonian.
Hey, I have a question for Jackie. This has to do with Vic Morrow. I only know him from Twilight Zone, the movie, and in this movie. And he's a great actor at playing a giant a-hole. He's really good at it. And you seem to have the most interaction with him. And I was just wondering, off camera, what was his demeanor? Is he just very serious, or is he kind of like that in real life? Or before he passed away, obviously.
My memory was kind of, I only really remember doing that one scene with him where he grabs my hand and I'm holding a glass of Coke, and he says something and I jump down and I start the bike and drive off, and he's kind of the impetus to make me go, okay, I'm not joining the team and show that asshole. He was I remember him kind of feeling pretty aloof. You know what I mean? I don't remember him being and I'm thinking of just the whole experience of him not necessarily, it's not like he was an ass or anything, but he was pretty aloof, I think, in and around the kids. But my experience doing that scene was, I was kind of sharing this a while back with somebody, but it was, I remember this specifically where Michael, the director, came up to me and said, "Hey, when he grabs your hand, you know, and he shakes your hand, he said, like, you should definitely, like, after he lets go, you should think about, like, throwing that Coke in his face, and you decide not to, and you take off." And so I remember like going to Vic. It's like, 'cause Vic would always shake all the Coke out of my cup, right? So I remember going to Vic once, "Hey, you know, when you shake my hand, like, try to leave a little Coke in there." He's like, "What am I gonna leave Coke in there? I'm not gonna be thinking about leaving some Coke in there." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." And so it was kind of like one of those things where it was kind of like, well, that was kind of jerky, you know, you should have left some Coke in there. But years later, I really kind of, it just, in this odd kind of 50% kind of way, really admire, like, his thought process of, like, you know, he's glued into, you know, playing this part, playing this scene. And in this weird way, I don't remember what was left in the cup, but it still read the way it needed to read from Michael. But I just kind of found myself ultimately kind of admiring his commitment and presence to that moment. You know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, he was. I don't know. There was a sternness to him, and you know, part of that could have just been the part he was playing. Because now thinking back, I don't know what his process is. Right? If he was playing like a super sweetheart of a dude, maybe he'd be this super sweetheart on set. I just don't know.
Jackie, I think I sort of, you know, because my memories are, you know, come and go on this, but I sort of put it together recently that that's exactly, because I do remember him being very close with all those Yankee kids. He was loose with them. So I think as an actor, he was really making that choice. Stay cold to the you know, the Bears team, and he warmed up to his guys. That's what I recall kind of seeing.
I got along.
I didn't know
real
that's
well.
what he was doing. Like, oh, here you go. Go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to say, I got along very well with him. I mean, he was a really nice guy. I turned 12 on the set, and on my birthday, they called me and said, "We're going to refilm the scene where you pick up the ball and throw it, and it hits the window." And I'm like, okay. So I go out, bend over, pick up the ball, turn around and throw it, and Michael and Stanley both throw lemon meringue pies in my face. and I totally shocked me. All I saw was these two white things coming at me. But then I pick it up and I chase after Michael and throw it at him and everything. And I'm walking back, and Vic says, "Hey, come over here. And I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "I saw what you did." And I thought, "Uh-oh, I'm going to get in trouble." He goes, "You got balls, kid. I really like that." and after that, I mean, we'd see him at Love's Barbecue or something, and he'd call me over and have me sit with him and everything. I mean, he was a genuinely nice guy, but he was quiet. And if you look at his career, Combat and some of these other things, he wasn't used to working with kids. So I think, you know, that's part of it, I think.
That's
So,
thank you.
Gary, you're just going my theory. Gary, that is a nice story, but Gary, you've embarrassed me. You threw away my
That's why I'm here, Chris.